And we now go live to Durban at the Durban ICC, where my colleague Mbongeni is standing by. A very good morning to you, Mbongeni. Thank you so much for joining us. How are the proceedings moving along?
A very good morning to you, Simpiwe, and our viewers once again. I just took a walk inside. It's quite loud. Preparations are well underway. They're singing his popular song, Stimela Sasezola. You know, you think about some of the lyrics, Wangbamba Gomancane, Wangbambele Duze, you know, and you hear those songs, and a lot of people, when you walk around saying, oh, Umadlogovu, you would think that he would actually come and grace the stage, because this song is synonymous with who he is. And you can see there on stage a lot of rehearsals, particularly even from some of the original members of the Sarafina cast who are singing, and there's quite a lot of history that will also be reflecting on particularly where this play is concerned and how it was just conceptualized, and a lot of interesting memories that come to mind in that particular regard. But let's speak to someone who is also the custodian of the creative industry, and a lot of people also talking about it during the memorial service, about how important it is that the arts also start to look closely into some of the challenges of those who who are within it, the artists, everybody who's a service provider there. Minister Zizi, Sports, Arts and Culture Minister, joins us live now. Minister, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Let's start first with a day like today, the reflections.
It's a day of celebration, although it's a day of sadness that we lost one of the greatest, the global icon, from a theatre, but also from a creative arts point of view. But it's a day to celebrate. And I think what we have seen on Wednesday, it was a vibrant musical celebration, truly befitting him. And I think today, as we can hear the sound behind us, that it will be truly a day befitting the legacy of Umadlogovu. We must celebrate this moment. But I think we must then say a question: what needs to be done in honor to celebrate, acknowledge his contribution? And a lot of things that we'll talk about them when we speak. We have an opportunity to say one or two words to the mourners today. But I think it's a great opportunity for us to reflect back and celebrate his contribution.
I'm tempted to ask you which one was your favorite song and if you can sing it.
Well, of course, Umadlogovu did two things. He gave us hope during the dark moments of this history. He gave us hope, hence freedom is coming tomorrow. But also he gave us hope as a people to love each other. Even at a time of darkness, hence the song Stimela Sasezola, Tambolam le Kentucky.
Sambrela Sam.
Sambrela Sam.
Let's really reflect on, quite a bit came out during the memorial service. Some of those who are in the industry saying that for them, they would like some of their concerns to be addressed. But interestingly enough, Kodwa says that the Durban Playhouse must be named after him.
We are considering a number of proposals. It can never be enough to recognize a person who has made such immense contribution. Even if you can give him so many international acclaimed accolades, you can give him the national orders, it can never be enough. Because his contribution, like the contribution of Peter Makubane, you can't say it is enough to recognize them. But such a contribution that will leave a legacy of education and awareness to inspire younger generation is important. We're considering even to rename the theatre, some of the theatres where he did a lot of his production. Or we have a statue outside of Playhouse, because Playhouse has been a factory for many of them, including him, where many people, through his hands, come from the Playhouse. So we are considering a number of options, including that option.
And finally, then, before I let you go, because I know you have to rush inside, but there's also a cry from, some of the artists, the Federation, for example, saying that our issues are known, just deal with them.
The issues are known. One of the issues is that we must recognize them and give them their flowers whilst they can still smell them. I don't like when we recognize people posthumously. There's a long list. Umadlogovu was part of the long list of the people to be recognized. But as you know, there's a generation that came before him. We're here in Durban not so long ago to honor Madala. We honored one of the people who were the recipient of Fantuka Af, is Makubane, and many others who are on the list. Unfortunately, some of them, they passed away before we reached the list. I believe that we must recognize, because a recognition by your own people, by your peers, by your government means a lot. Because in the past, they were not recognized. There's a lot we must do about the economy of creative arts. the economy, the business side of it. And I think there are lessons to be learned in terms of international benchmark in UK and other countries. I've visited few countries in the past. I've seen in the recent past, I've seen how their budget has increased in terms of arts and culture. We must do the same in South Africa. We must quantify its contribution to the GDP, creating jobs and opportunities. There's a lot that we can do to protect, but at the same time, we must protect, exploit, and over-exploitation of vulnerable in the industry.
All right, Minister, let me let you go. Thank you so much for your time. There's another guest who's coming in, Simpiwe. Thank you. You must sing. I'm waiting to see you again on stage. I'm waiting. We'll have visuals. That is Minister Zizi Kodwa there.